We're at the Avraham Ofek exhibit. So he's an Israeli painter. Paper. This is I don't know. It's all these ideas. What is this? Ofek frequently collaborated with fellow artists. His interdisciplinary connection deepened after he left his teaching position with Tel expanded it, television. Worked with dancer Avraham. So I guess he did also the contemporary ethnic elements. So you have here dance. He was involved in dance. I like this one. It's nice. See this? This says Yesh Elohim, there's a God. But like it's mirror. It's written mirror. This is like odd. This is like, I don't know. So it says, following the Yom Kippur War, he experienced a sense of existential insecurity, felt a need to enrich the Israeli imagination by means of Jewish sources. So he was among the founders of the group Levitan, sought to promote a unique form of Israeli Jewish art. Visible parables of picture midrash, creating body works entitled Deeds, Jacob's Deeds. Self-stoning. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. Sort of ancient. I like this a lot. Just using sticks and things. I like this one a lot. Interesting, isn't it? Very time there. Yep. So, wow. Cool. And this watercolor is really cool. Do I have time? Yeah. Well. I will stop if I see an image I like. I like the use of color. Wow. This one I like a lot. It's called The Fortunate Man. In the Hebrew, it's not called. Yeah, it is also fortunate. It's oil. Ofek's concern with bodily tattoos stands out in the context of his retrospect gaze can relate to two body works such as Jacob's Deed, SODs, as well as the Fold of Boy's Ground, Ofek's sculptures, etching of tattoo-like signs. Created quite a few tattoo paintings, also portrayed himself as tattooed figure writing, since the tattoo is somehow a figure of thugs and related to force, the force of the body. That is precisely what I need so much right now. Omnipotence, it radiates omnipotence alongside the fear of death and otherness. Underdog. Okay, let's see more. I'm not going to read everything. Part of art is visual images. Wow. I really need to draw more when I see this. Isn't this interesting? What is this? A gown for self-stoning. Oh, I don't know if it's humor or therapy. Oh, that's a painting I like. I really like this painting. This is definitely Israeli colors to see. sort of like somewhere in the desert in the south. And he has like composition. Gives you a feeling of a little bit of dread. See this? 1976. Looks like much older. And there's a dog. I guess he likes dogs. See that one? Still have time? Yeah. I was worried I run out of time. It's beautiful. Family. Oh, I found somebody to inspire me, finally. The gray. I love his use of color and composition. See the gray. I really like this. Aaron's visit. Last visit or something. Death. I guess he's concerned a lot with death. It's like a funeral march or something. Can you see that? Can you see this one? Oh. Let me read you about it. During and following his monumental work on the wall painting in Kfar Oria, which is inaugurated in 1970, Ofek created large paintings that gave expression to profound dialogue between the public, collective sphere and the private, personal sphere. These paintings, which were exhibited at the Venice Biennale, 1972, the Jewish Museum in New York, 1973, have lost none of their power and vitality with the passage of time. Among them are landscapes, wedding and funeral scenes, domestic choreographs. These involve sitting at a table, sort of theater of silence, ordering my family's life. Its proportions, body silhouettes, a volume of speech provoked it great respect for the very act of existence. They constructed a harmony pertaining to an entire situation. Oh. Is this like birth? Oh wow, 1970 birth. Much of Chagall also has a birth, but it's not as visual, like graphic. He's very inspiring for me. I like the pink here. He always has animals. Did you notice that somehow? It's called Untitled. See the expressions. His use of colors is really great. Yellow man, brown man. Despair, I would say. Together, it says, oh my gosh. It's wonderful. The colors, everything is just, oh, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? See it? It's really amazing. It's called Together. A lot of despair. Just take a minute to look at that one. Can you see? Great. Anyway, I'm going to, I came for another show, but this is definitely, it's just, oh, I don't think you can see everything. I'm going to be better at focusing. See? It says here, this is the sitting man in Hebrew. Ze ha'ish yoshev. Mi ze. Who is it? It says. Oh, you don't see it. It says, who is it? In Hebrew, mi ze. And then it says, this is the sitting man. Ze ha'ish yoshev. You can see it. It's really strong expression. See these colors? Oh no, I'm going to like this one with the fish. And it's so Picasso. Can you see the Picasso influence? Really, really. Picasso for, I don't know, took him one step further. It says animals. You see the animal? The horse there? Fish. 1957. Sometimes I wondered how anybody managed to do art in Israel. It's such a difficult country, especially those times. So much struggle and can you see the despair? It's just, I'm going to show you the last row, untitled. The use of color is phenomenal. Next time I'm afraid to do simple lines. I'm not going to. I'm going to let it flow. A house in Jaffa. Sometimes I want things to be so perfect. But they don't have to, do they? You can just draw like a child, or it doesn't have to be perfect. Jaffa. Looks like jail, doesn't it? Sorry, cemetery. Jaffa, it says here. Jaffa. Just paper and gouache, which is a very cheap paint. Look what he does with it. A grave of the artist's father, Aaron Shabtai and Jim. So Avraham Ofek. I didn't tell you his biography, but it's about self-portrait. We'll finish with the self-portrait. It's a very interesting composition. You know, he's not so much in the centers. He's really coming out of the painting, isn't he? This is his self-portrait. And then I'm going to read you. I read you. It says here, who knows foreheads do not suffice for a person to understand the meaning of the muse who comes and goes, leaving behind on the sand parts of a ship's body, which I use as I sit and reconstruct its masts, its wine cellar, its benches. I like this one a lot. It says here, do you see what I see? 1989, watercolor, gouache, pencil and paper. See this one? It's very strong. It says in Hebrew also, do you see what I see? Okay, now, to just give you a bit of a background. You know the sacrifice of Isaac in the Bible? Well, at the last minute, God told Abraham to take his son, and to prepare him to be sacrificed. And then the last minute he sent a ram. A ram came and saved the life of Isaac. And there you see in the Temple Mount in green, as it's called, the Temple Mount, where now stands the mosque, Al-Aqsa. So the very interesting composition. Do you see what I see? Very beautiful. I'll give you one more minute of this. The colors contrasting. What a brilliant idea to make the ram in blue, and the man is gray, and the background is pink, and this one is green, and you see the church, and see that? Can you see it? Temple Mount and the church next to it. Really interesting.